to your tabletop. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Let your head hang heavy and just start to rock your hips from side to side. Just welcoming some movement into your body today. Welcoming movement into your hips, your spine, your shoulders, your neck. You can start to look back at each heel on each side, really warming up your full spine from tailbone to neck, side to side. Let's meet back at center for some free movements. Maybe you like to roll out your shoulders a little bit here. Maybe you want to stretch your wrists and forearms by turning your hands backwards and peeling the palms up off the mat. Maybe you prefer to sit back onto your heels a little more. There really are no wrong answers here. So much of yoga is getting in touch with the wisdom of your own body, the intuition that lies within you from millions of years of evolution, all within you. When you're ready, let's meet back in tabletop for our cats and cows. Inhale, cow pose, eyes up and tailbone up. Exhale, cat, hollow and around your spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Last one here, inhale, cow. This time tuck your toes and exhale to downward facing dog. This will be the only downward dog of our Hatha practice today. You can walk your dog here, pedaling out your feet, marching in place. This one and only downward dog is also an intuitive warm-up. So you can cha-cha your hips from side to side if that feels good. You can take some knee bending squats here. Maybe you like to kick up one leg and then the other. Whatever's going to serve you best today in your practice. When you're ready, we'll meet back in our most standard downward facing dog. Press your chest towards your thighs, point your tailbone up to the ceiling, and let your heels relax a little bit deeper towards the mat. You can release your neck here, nod your head yes. Yes to yourself. Yes to your practice. Yes to peace. And you can shake your head no. No to holding on too much to negative energy. It's natural for us to feel negative energy moving through. We just don't need to attach or hold on to it. Making our way to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift your heels high. Exhale, drop your knees low. Walk your feet in between your hands. We will meet in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold again. Now separate your feet by 6 inches. You can use your 2 fists as your measuring device for the 6 inches. Ragdoll pose. Your opposite hand can cradle your opposite elbow. Completely release your torso, head, and neck to gravity. I always like to walk my rib cage down the front of my thighs once or twice to create a nice drape of the lower back, a nice release. And maybe you like to gently rock from side to side if that feels good. Release your hands back to your mat and heel toe your feet back together to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, salute the sun, bend your knees, stand tall and circle sweep to greet this new day. And bring your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes, my friends. Take this moment to recall your intention for this practice. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, hands heart center. Last one here. Inhale, circle sweep. This time release to Tadasana, mountain pose. Tadasana, this is our home base here in Hatha Yoga. It's a simple pose, but a very powerful pose. We stand with the posture that we want to bring into the rest of our lives. Chest up, shoulders back, the insides of your feet touching, if that is comfortable for you. We come to this posture and we let go of everything else, just to feel the breath. This is our standing meditation posture. Circle sweep your arms. Interlace all 10 fingers, releasing only your index fingers to the sky. We will call this our love laser gun grip. Now, activate your Mula Bandha here by tucking your tailbone underneath you, engaging your glutes. This is your foundation. Inhale to lengthen your body. Exhale, tip-top warm up from right to left. You can go in your own rhythm and flow here as we warm up for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. During this warm up, keep the Mula Bandha active, squeezing your legs together, engaging your glutes. Keep your spine long and lengthened, preserving the space between each vertebrae here. Now let's meet back at center. We'll be doing one set of half moon today, one for each side. Activate your Mula Bandha. Reach your arms long. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend to the right. Bump your hips to the left. Keep your Mula Bandha active here. We're going to hold for 40 seconds as we go deeper and deeper into this side bend. Now the idea here is to peel our left shoulder back a little bit while pressing the left hip forward. Continue to bump your hips to the left as you reach your straight, energetic arms to the right. Breathe into this tremendous stretch of your left side body. We don't want to collapse down to the right. We want to lift and expand our left side, really connecting through the left knife edge of your left foot. Coming into your deepest expression here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change back to center. You can wiggle out your knees here if you need a little release of your low back and hips. Second side, activate your Mula Bandha, your root lock. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend to the left. Bump your hips to the right. Taking 40 seconds on this side. It's not about how your pose looks. It's about how it feels from within. We're creating a tremendous stretch of the whole right side of your body. Keep your Mula Bandha active. Your legs are strong, squeezing together. Bump your hips to the right as you reach your straight, energetic arms to the left. Lift and expand your right ribs up that way as you breathe into your right side body. Keep your chin up. Find your fullest depth here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change back to center. We'll do our one and only back bend of today's practice. You have 3 options. The lightest back bend is a supported back bend with hands in imaginary back pockets. A medium back bend, you can do a little heart opener with cactus arms. For the deepest back bend, you'll keep the love laser guard grip overhead. Find your expression here. Activate your Mula Bandha root lock. Squeeze your legs together. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, walk your eyes back as you press your hips forward. Keep your breath flowing as you go back. More back. Way back. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Touch your toes. Now we're going to create Padahastasana. I'll give you the side view here. We're going to have a lot of options. We'll go lightest to deepest with these options. You can put your hands on your hamstrings. Going a little deeper, hands on your calves. Going deeper, you can hug your legs, finding the opposite elbow. Going deeper still is your classic Padahastasana. You put your elbows behind your knees, and your hands can go to the backs of your ankles, or for the most leverage, lift each heel and put 4 fingers under each heel. Tuck your chin to look at your knees. Inhale, press your legs straight. Exhale, pull the crown of your head towards the floor. Inhale, press your legs more straight. Exhale, pull your face towards your shins. Take 3 more rounds of breath in this same cycle. Trust yourself. You are in control of this hamstring stretch and this release of your back. decompressing your spine for one more round of mindful breath. Release. Hands on your hips. Lift your chest, chin and eyes. Tadasana, mountain pose. Letting everything else go. Come back to just feeling this breath. This breath is always happening in this present moment. Utkatasana, awkward chair pose. Separate your feet by 6 inches. That's roughly your hip width distance. Raise both arms parallel to the floor, nice and engaged, like you're shooting fire out of your fingertips. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, take your seat. Now, my friends, this is a 3-part posture. Here in part 1, we send our hips back and down. Draw your abs up and in, bringing your belly button towards your spine. Slightly float your toes off the mat because you're more connected in your heels. Now, we want your arms strong here, but not shrugging up the shoulders. Keep the shoulders relaxed and low. You are so strong here for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now our arms stay up and we rise. Part 2, I'm gonna give you the side view for these next few postures. These next 2 steps. Your straight arms. Rise up to the balls of your feet like you're wearing invisible high heels. Keep your back straight and your heels high. Start to press your knees down and forward. Slide your straight back down your imaginary wall. You're finding your fullest depth for today. Once you're there, you want your shoulders stacked over your hips. So if you feel like you're leaning forward, like I'm demonstrating here, lean back and send your knees more forward. From here, can you lift your left heel higher and hold it up? Then lift your right heel higher and hold it up. Rise 5% and hold. Rise another 5% and hold. Rise in slow motion over 3, 2, arms stay up, heels come down. Now for part 3, pigeon toe your feet in a little bit. Lift your heels 1 inch and squeeze your knees together. Start to press your knees down and forward and slide your straight back down your imaginary wall. Now just like in part 2, keep your shoulders right over your hips. If you feel lean forward like this, lean back and send your knees down and forward. Keep squeezing your knees together here. If your knees feel good today, you can bounce. Pause on an upward bounce. Rise 5% and hold. Rise in slow motion over 3, 2, 1. Release. Tadasana. Mountain pose. Letting go of the last poses. Come back to the breath. Our next pose is Garudasana, eagle pose. Circle sweep your arms. Identify your right arm and bring it under your left. So we're seeking to create eagle arms here with the right arm underneath the left and the palms are facing each other. But if this is inaccessible to you, you can have the opposite shoulder grip. See how my right arm is under. Awesome. So you can have either one of those arm positions. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, take your seat. Then bring your right leg up and over your left, creating your eagle legs. Now, some yogis like to wrap their right foot behind their left calf. I'm still working on that step, so you can see I'm pointing my foot that way, like trying to work it towards the calf. From here, lift your chest, lean back, and then sit deeper into your eagle perch with your legs. Find a round of breath right here. Now you're welcome to hold here in eagle, or you can follow me to sleeping eagle. Inhale, lift your elbows. Exhale, hollow and round your spine. Connect your elbows to your knees. Breathe into your back here. You're creating a cat spine, like from cats and cows. It's a wonderful pose to really open up the low back, breathing some space between your shoulder blades as well. You can hold where you're at, or your soaring eagle can take flight. Unwrap your right leg. Extend it back, parallel to the floor. Lift and lengthen your whole body like you're an arrow flying towards all of your wildest dreams. Good, let's all meet back in eagle pose. We will seal this side of the posture with one last round of mindful breath. Change, circle sweep your arms. Identify your left arm and bring it under your right. You can make your eagle arms or your opposite shoulder hug. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, take your seat. Then bring your left leg up and over your right. Create your eagle legs, maybe with the foot wrapping behind the calf or working towards it like me here. Now lift your chest, lean back, and then sit deeper into the perch with your legs. Squeeze your arms, squeeze your legs. Breathe here. This pose opens up our whole back, and it's giving a nice squeeze to the internal organs. Sleeping eagle, inhale, lift your elbows. Exhale, hollow and round your spine. Connect your elbows to your knees. Breathe some new space into your back here. Remember, friends, every breath is a stretch from within in yoga. Now, soaring eagles can take flight here. Unwrap your left leg. Extend it back, parallel to the floor. Lift and lengthen your whole body. Find a round of mindful breath. Let's all meet back in eagle pose. We will seal the posture with one last round of mindful breath. Release. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now separate your feet by 6 inches. Once again, you can use the 2 fists. For Padangusthasana, toe grabbing pose. Take your 2 peace fingers of each hand and wrap these first 2 fingers around your big toes. Tuck your chin to look at your knees. Inhale to press your legs straight. Exhale, pull with the elbows going to the right and left. Hold that depth. Inhale, press your legs more straight. Exhale, pull the front of your torso to the front of your thighs. Take 3 more rounds of breath in this same cycle. Trust yourself here. Trust yourself to go a little bit deeper than you've gone before. Release. Hands on your hips. Lift your chest, chin and eyes. Step your feet back together to meet. Tadasana, mountain pose. Let go of all the poses. Find the stillness between. And my friends, now is a wonderful time for our first water break of practice. Cheers, everyone. Muted everybody really quick. Is everybody doing good? Is my video and audio working okay?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna mute everybody once again.
All good.
Awesome job, everybody. So thanks for following along. Hopefully you've had your water. We will meet in a Tadasana when you're ready. Starting off in Tadasana, mountain pose, letting everything go, getting grounded here in this moment, feeling the breath. Now, yogis, we are all warmed up for the standing balancing series of Hatha. These next 4 poses, we're going to really challenge our balance. So remember, people work on Hatha yoga for many years or for a lifetime. So you don't need to feel pressured to get right to the final step in each pose today. Take it one step at a time. And when you find the step that's really challenging you, it's like that edge of your comfort zone, you can stay on that step if that's where you want to be, or you can explore that next step. So it's a safe space to go wherever you want to go in this pose today. Getting grounded here in Tadasana. Vardhanayamana Jani Shirshasana. Standing forehead to knee pose. Fortify your left leg into the earth. That's simply hugging the muscles to the bone so you feel more connected into the ground. Then lift your right knee to the height of your right hip. And then keep your right toes flexed up so that your right foot is active. You could hold here for the whole pose to build your balance and your strength. If you're going further, find your knee, take a grip of your knee, and draw it up and in. This is stretching out your glute and your lower back on the right side, preparing to go deeper. If you want to go further, move your grip to your shin, your foot, or the final grip, you interlace all 10 fingers underneath your foot. Now you can hold here. If you want to go further, inhale to lift your chest to stand tall, then exhale, kick. Now you can hold under the calf or the foot here. Start to pull your elbows low underneath your calf. Your final expression invites your forehead to meet your knee. The key is to shift your drishti point to the mat and breathe into your back for 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's all meet back in our part 1. Release. Tadasana. Mountain pose. Just coming back to the breath. The spaces between the postures are just as important, just as mindful and sacred as the poses themselves. Second side, fortify your right leg. Lift your left knee and flex your left toes up. You could hold here the whole time to build your balance and strength. If you're going further, take a hold of your left knee and draw it up and in for a nice stretch of the left lower back and glutes. If you want to go further here, your hands can move to your shin, your foot, or the final grip, interlacing all 10 fingers underneath your foot. Now, if you're going further here, inhale, lift your chest to stand tall. Then exhale, kick. Pull your elbows low underneath your calf. You can shift your drishti to the mat as you invite your forehead to meet your knee. Breathe through your back for 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's all meet back in our part 1. Release. Tadasana, mountain pose. Just feeling the breath. In yoga, we're here to feel, to be present with everything within. Our next pose is Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, standing toe grabbing pose. Let's make our same part 1. Fortify your left leg. Lift your right knee and flex your right toes up. Now for this pose, you've got 2 options. Your right hand can come to your right knee for the slightly easier option, or your right peace fingers can wrap around your right big toe. Raise your left arm high. If you have your toe, you kick forward first. Then everyone open up. So you can either bring your knee out to the right, like I'm demonstrating, or your whole leg out to the right. Drop your left arm parallel to the floor. Lift your heart. Become expansive. Take up as much space as you can. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's all meet back in part 1. Now this time, raise both arms up to the sky. Warrior 3. Kick your right leg back. Send your arms forward. Create a capital letter T shape with your body. Find a round of breath here. Rise up to part one. Lift your right knee. Now lean back and kick for 3, 2, 1. Release. Tadasana. Mountain pose. Feeling this breath always happening in this moment, here and now. Second side of toe grabbing pose. Fortify your right leg. Lift your left knee. Flex your left toes. Your left hand can come to your knee for the first style, or your left peace fingers can wrap around your left big toe, second style. Raise your right arm high. If you have your toe, kick forward. And everyone open up like a lotus flower blossoming. Expand your petals. Lift your heart. Breathe here. Radiate your beautiful vibration for 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's all meet back in part one. Both arms up. Warrior 3, send it back. Create your capital letter T shape. Yogis, we are warriors of the light. We are strong and humble. We're here to raise the vibration of this planet. Then rise back up to part one. Lift your left knee. Lean back and kick your left leg for 3, 2, 1. Release. Tadasana. Mountain pose. Feel the stillness of this moment. Dandayamana Dhanurasana, standing bow pulling pose. Circle sweep your arms. Leave your left arm high and drop your right arm beside you like you're holding a tray. Now, it's very important how we reach back to pick up our foot. My thumb is going to stay pointing back the whole time to pick up the foot. We don't want to do this. See how I just twisted my wrist? What that does is the shoulder is rotating inward. This could cause an injury. We want the shoulder to rotate outward. Okay, so outwardly rotating the shoulder, we pick up the right foot, preferably from the inside. If you need to hold it from the outside, that's okay too. We just don't want the twisted inner grip. We have the left arm high, we have our grip. Bring your knees together. Start to peel your right shoulder back. Start to kick your right leg. And then once your knee is way far back there, then start to charge your body down. We're taking 10 seconds here to explore this pose. The more you kick, the more your foot will rise up from behind your head. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Tadasana. Mountain pose. Circle sweep your arms for our second side. Leave your right arm high. Drop your left arm beside you. Just as a reminder, keep the thumb reaching back. Open shoulder, not a closed shoulder. Reaching back to pick up the left foot from the inside. Once you're here, bring your knees together. Reach your right arm long. Start to peel your left shoulder back. Start to kick your left leg. Bring your knee up towards the sky. Then start to charge your body down. Trust yourself. The more you kick, the more your foot will rise up. And you're creating a back bend shape as you lift your heart for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Tadasana. Mountain pose. Let's add in some shoulder circles here. As you inhale, shrug your shoulders up and forward. Exhale, down and back. Inhale, up and forward. Exhale, down and back. Last one here, up and forward. Exhale, down and back. Beautiful. Now let's all step to the very back edge of the mat. Setting up for Tula Dandasana, standing balancing stick pose. Circle sweep your arms to a love laser gun grip. Take a 3-foot step with your right leg. Rise to the ball of your left foot. Charge your body down and kick your back leg high, creating a capital letter T shape with your body. Reach your fingers forward. Reach your toes back. Find a round of mindful breath here. Good, and bring your hands to heart center. And your arms can now open up and sweep back like airplane wings. Notice the difference in your balance. Now standing splits. Lower your torso towards the mat. Your hands can come to the mat. Kick your back leg as high as you can. You've got options here. You can take some handstand hops if that's in your practice. You can put your right hand on your right calf, working your forehead to your knee. You could put both hands on your right calf to challenge your balance. Kick your back leg high for 3, 2, exhale, Tadasana. Anywhere on your mat. Amazing job, my friends. Let's all step to the very back edge of the mat for the second side of balancing stick pose. Circle sweep your arms to a love laser gun grip. Take a 3-foot step with your left. Rise to the ball of your right foot. Charge your body down and kick your back leg high. You are creating an arrow flying towards all of your dreams. Reach, lift, lengthen, breathe. And bring your hands to heart center. Your arms can sweep back and open up like airplane wings. Notice the difference. I always find it a bit easier to balance this way. Standing splits. Your hands can find the mat. Lower your torso. Kick your back leg high. Find your expression. Maybe it's your handstand hops. Maybe you're working forehead to knee with left hand on your left calf. Maybe challenging your balance with both hands on your left calf. Kick your back leg higher for 3, 2, 1. Release. Tadasana. Anywhere on your mat. Just feeling the space between each posture. Feeling how we come back to center through the breath. If you're like me and in your daily life, you might get a little bit stressed. I invite you to find a Tadasana anytime in your life. You might see me in the middle of the grocery store sometimes, drop everything, and just take a breath. All right, my friends, let's all step to the very front of our mat this time and take a quarter turn to your left. I'm gonna change your guys' view here. Circle sweep your arms. Take a big step out to the left and drop your arms parallel to the floor. Take a look at your feet and make them parallel to each other with the toes coming in and heels coming out. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold. You can place your hands on your outer shins, outer ankles, or for more leverage, put the 4 fingers of each hand under the knife edge of each foot. Look straight down at your mat. You're puffing up your chest. Inhale, press your legs straight. Exhale, pull. Maybe try to touch the 3rd eye chakra to the mat. Every inhale, press your legs more straight and your weight shifts forward. Exhale, pull. Now the idea here is to drop the heart chakra as well towards the mat to keep your back nice and straight. So rather than rounding here, dropping the heart. Breathe here for 3, 2, 1. Release. Hands on your hips. Lift your chest, chin and eyes. I'm going to get rid of my towel here. It's making it a bit slippery. We're coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. And if you're more of a power vinyasa yogi, this is called side angle pose in that practice. Raise both arms parallel to the floor. Turn your right toes towards the front of the room. Establish a 90-degree lunge in your right knee. This is warrior two. Now I feel like my right knee is going a little bit too far past my right toes. I'm gonna shimmy the back foot back so I have more of that 90-degree angle. Now look to your left hand. Tilt your body down. Bring your right elbow to the inside of your right knee. Engage your glutes to press your hips forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades to open up your heart. Breathe into your heart space. Maybe feeling this on the left side body as well. You can hold right here if you'd like. Option to find a half bind with the left arm going behind your lower back. Option to find a full bind, reaching the right arm under the right leg to connect. So I've connected my hands. If you want to hold the bind here, you're peeling the left shoulder back, trying to look up at the ceiling. If you want to go a little further, bird of paradise. Step your left foot beside your right. Stand tall, lift your heart, and kick your right leg. Beautiful expressions, everyone. Birds can come in for their landing. Let's all meet with our arms open in the triangle pose. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Sweep the right arm up and over. Exhale back to warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Turn your right toes. Second side. Turn your left toes towards the back of the room. Establish your 90-degree lunge. If you need more space, the back foot can shimmy back. Look to your right hand. Tilt your body down. Bring your left elbow to the inside of your left knee. Engage your glutes to press forward for your hips. Squeeze your shoulder blades to open up your heart. Breathe into your torso. Now you can hold right here or find your half bind, your full bind, or your bird of paradise. Always feel free to express yourself in your practice. Take these poses where your body is wanting to go today. Birds can come in for their landing. We will meet with open arms. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Press your left leg straight, turn your left toes. Now interlace all 10 fingers behind your lower back. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Unlike the last forward fold, where we were dropping our heart towards the mat, this time we let gravity totally take over, releasing the torso, head, and neck. You can rinse out your shoulders as much as you'd like by pressing the hands overhead. It's not something you want to force. Just take that as far as your body is wanting to go today. You can release your neck a little bit, nodding your head yes. Yes to counting our blessings. You can shake your head no. No to holding on to the negative. We'll let it go. We can always turn our sights to the positive. Release. Hands on your hips. Lift your chest, chin, and eyes. Now narrow the distance of your stance to be about 2 feet wide. Take a quarter turn to the front of the room. We're creating a pyramid foot stance. I have my right foot aiming straight ahead. Left foot at a 45-degree angle to the left, and each foot has its own lane of traffic. We wouldn't want to be on a balance beam like this. We want the 2 train tracks. Place your hands on your hips and press your left hip forward. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold over your right leg. Your hands can come down to the mat here if that's the expression that you like. Tuck your chin into your chest. Try to connect your forehead to your right knee. If you need to bend your right knee to help you, you can here. Breathe into your back. If you've made this connection of forehead to knee, you can start to press your right leg straighter. You can start to peel your right hip back and push your left hip forward, bringing the stretch into your hamstring and glute. Press your chin into your chest. Breathe into the posture. Release. Hands on your hips. Lift your chest, chin, and eyes. Now, as you get to the other side, let's simply swivel on our heels towards the back of the room. You can make any adjustments that you need to recreate the opposite pyramid foot stance. Left foot straight ahead, right foot 45-degree angle to the right. Each foot its own lane of traffic. Place your hands on your hips. Press your right hip forward. Inhale to lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold over your left leg. Your hands can come down to the mat here. Tuck your chin into your chest. Try to connect your forehead to your knee. If you're not really able to make that connection, bend the left knee more to help you. Try to maintain that connection. Can you straighten your left leg? Can you peel the left hip back and push the right hip forward, bringing the stretch more into your left glute and hamstring? Breathe into one of the most healing postures in Hatha Yoga. Release. Hands on your hips. Lift your chest, chin, and eyes. Swivel on your heels back to the front of the room. Step your feet back to meet Tadasana. Mountain pose. Coming back to the breath. Coming back to your center. Amazing job, my friends. We've made it to our final standing posture of this practice. Vrikshasana, tree pose. For today, if you know that you like to do toe stand, replacing your tree, feel free to do toe stand. I'm not going to cover toe stand in today's class. So you can always do toe stand as an optional expression to replace tree if that's how you like to practice. So for tree, you've got some options with your right foot. You can make this kickstand on your left ankle. If you want to go a little bit further, bring your foot up to your left calf. And going further still, bring it up to your left thigh. Just avoid your knee, as that could cause an injury. Your hands can begin at heart center. Trees, send your energetic roots down through your left foot, grounding you here. Then grow your branches. And for today's style, let's keep your palms touching right here. Let's open up our right hip a little bit more. Send your right knee back towards the wall behind you and tuck your tailbone underneath you, kind of like a Mula Bandha root lock. Now, start to reach your arms long to the sky and start to press down through your left leg, like you're lowering your whole leg out of your hip socket. Press down through your foot, press up through your hands, lengthen yourself. Breathe as you lift your ribs. Now, every day, we have a chance to let go of what's not serving our journey. So if you want to let go of any negative energy, send it to the earth like falling leaves. Just letting go of any worries or self-doubt, anything that's not serving your journey. Then circle sweep your arms back overhead. Feel all of the new space you've created for new blessings in your life. And bring your hands to your heart center. Release your feet to meet. You can wiggle out your knees to help release your feet, your legs, your hips. Second side of tree. You can mirror what you did on the first side if that was feeling good, or you can switch it up if it wasn't feeling so good. One or both hands can begin at heart center. Send your energetic roots down through your right foot and grow your branches to the sky. Just like before, keep your palms touching at first. Let's open up the left hip. Send your left knee back towards the back wall. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Now start to grow long. Send your foot down like you're stomping through your yoga mat. Reach up through both arms. Lengthen yourself. This stretch gets into your psoas, your deepest part of your core, your hip flexors. Lengthen even more. Now let's form a 90-degree cactus arms. This is a heart opener. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Lift your heart. Start to look up a little bit more. Breathe into your heart space. Yogis, this is your daily reminder that self-care and self-love are not selfish. They help heal this whole world. So keep taking great care your beautiful self. Open your arms, palms facing up. Circle sweep, gather up all of the loving energy you've created in this practice and bring it into your heart space. Release your feet to meet. Keeping your hands at heart center, close your eyes. Take a moment to go inward. Recall your intention for the practice. Take a moment to thank yourself for being here. Thank yourself for rising before the sun to come to your mat, to honor your body, your mind, and your spirit. If it feels right to you, you can honor your practice with a bow. Yogis, now's a wonderful time for our second water break of practice. Great job, everyone. And we're going to get into the floor series next. Awesome job, my friends. So I know we're about almost at our hour mark, but if you guys want to stick with it for the last couple stretches, stick with me here. Awesome job, my friends. Let's go ahead and make our way to our mat. When you're ready, let's meet in tabletop. The rest of our practice will just be some deep stretches here, going through the whole body. Let's start off with our shoulders a little bit more, with wing pose. Lay all the way onto your stomach. I'm gonna scoot back just to get out of the way of the couch. Send your right arm straight out from your right shoulder. You'll have your palm facing down on the ground. Then use your left hand to press yourself onto your right side. So maybe all you need is your left hand pressing you up like this for you to feel the stretch. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can put your left foot on the ground behind you with your knee up. I call that the kickstand. And then if you want to go deeper still, your left arm can make a half bind behind you, helping to hold you in place. Send your breath to your right shoulder. Every inhale, creating new space in your shoulder and your pectoral muscle. Every exhale, relax a little bit more into that new space you've created. I think of this pose as opening up a hardback book for the first time. It's going to be a little stiff at first, but it's going to feel really good once we've really opened it up. Gently roll back to your center. Then send your left arm straight out from your left shoulder. Use your right arm to press yourself onto your left side. Maybe all you need is the right hand to hold you up. Or maybe you like to create the kickstand with the right leg. And maybe the half bind behind your lower back. Send your loving awareness to your left shoulder. Breathing some love and gratitude here. Every exhale brings you deeper into relaxation. Good. Gently roll back to your center and press yourself up to your tabletop. In between, or actually after that stretch, feel free to roll out your shoulders a little bit. That often feels good. Next up is half pigeon pose, a wonderful hip and glute stretch. Place your right shin across your mat. You can get there from tabletop like I just did, or you can use the downward dog as your entry point. From here, tuck your left toes to inch your left knee back along the mat. Inhale to lift your chest. And exhale, come down to your depth. Maybe you come down to your forearms, or maybe you like to lay all the way to the mat. Taking 45 seconds here just to breathe, just to send some love and gratitude to your right hip, your right glutes. Every inhale is the yang energy, the expansion of new space. Every exhale is the yin energy, releasing, deepening into the stretch, deepening into the meditation. Gently rise up to your straight arms, and then send your right leg back to the tabletop. In between sides, feel free to rock your hips from side to side if that feels good. Then we're setting up for the left side. Place your left shin across your mat, getting there from tabletop or downward dog. Tuck your right toes to inch your right knee back along your mat a few times. Inhale to lift your chest. Exhale, come down to your depth. You can come to your forearms or lay lower. Follow your breath on a journey of sensation, deeper into this posture, deeper into the stillness of this moment. These deep stretches are a wonderful teacher of the yin energy, the letting go, because we can't force a stretch. We can just hold space for it to happen on its own. Gently rise back to your straight arms. And this time, to come out of the pose, sit down onto your left hip and swing your right leg around and forward. You'll end up with your right leg out straight and your left foot in at your inner thigh. Sit nice and tall and turn to face your right foot. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, forward fold over your right leg. Janu Shirshasana. Tuck your chin into your chest and work your forehead in the direction of your knee. Now, a lot of yogis, they feel kind of stuck right about here. And that might be from some tight hamstrings. So to help with that, you should bend the right knee up a little bit and then try to create some more length of your torso laying forward, if that works for you. Gently rise back to your seat and switch out your legs. Send your left leg out long. Bring your right foot into your inner thigh. Sit tall and turn to face your left foot. Inhale, circle, sweep. Exhale, forward fold. Just staying present here with the breath. If we ever notice thoughts that are rushing us into the next moment, we can let those thoughts go without any judgments. Every time we do that, we're strengthening our meditation practice. We're saying, it's okay, I'll stay here and now for this moment. Gently rise back to your seat. Send both of your legs out long in front of you and come to lay all the way onto your back. Setting up for our final few poses here, Happy Baby, Ananda Balasana. Place both feet up as if you are in a wide squat on the ceiling. Take hold of the outside or inside of your feet. Start to pull your feet wide apart. And then start to pull down, lowering your knees a little bit more towards the earth. Now feel what changes when you start to press your feet up into your hands. Can you feel how that helps to anchor your tailbone and your sacrum more into the earth? From here, breathe deeply into your lower back, your hips, your pelvis. Breathe so deeply here that you feel your hips expanding away from each other a little bit. Maybe you like to gently rock from side to side, a playful, happy baby. This pose is our daily reminder to not take life too seriously, to remember to play, to remember that we are children of the universe. Now coming into our final twists, release your knees up to this 90-degree angle. I'll give you a side view. Now if you want a deep twist, you'll have both knees up. If you want a lighter twist, have just your left knee up and let your knee or knees fall over to your right. You can turn your head over to the left, getting this nice full twist of your spine from tailbone to neck. Every inhale will lengthen your spine. Every exhale, surrender a little bit deeper into the twist. Use your core muscles to bring everything back to center. Double check your good 90-degree knees. And if you did the lighter variation, you can have just your right knee up this time. Let your knee or knees drop over to the left. You can turn your head over to the right, getting this nice full twist of your spine. Every inhale creates space throughout your spine. Every exhale, surrender to the earth a little bit more, letting gravity take over. Use your core to bring everything back to center. And for our final active pose, bring both knees into your chest. Give your legs a big hug here. In this moment, take this moment for the daily practice of self-love. Unapologetically give yourself what all living beings deserve. Some love, some gratitude, understanding, compassion. Taking a moment to shine your own light on yourself. That beautiful light that you shine out to the rest of the world. Shine it on yourself to illuminate all of the good that you do, all of the good that you are. Give yourself this big hug. No reason to hold back the love from yourself. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release into the final Shavasana meditation. You can lay however is comfortable for you. We moved some wonderful energy in today's practice. Let's seal this with one more cleansing breath. You can exhale up your air here. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Open mouth, HA. And you can let it all go. You've done everything there was to do in the practice. Now it's this moment to simply be. Not a human doing, a human being. Every exhale washes away any stress. Like a wave, tension melts away into the earth. Every exhale, release your bones a little bit heavier, sinking into the mat. Follow your breath on a journey inward. Follow your breath to that deepest part of yourself. That deepest part that is loving awareness. our true nature, peace, tranquility. It is always within you, always accessible through the breath, through some stillness. Yogis, you're welcome to stay in that Shavasana as long as you would like. If you would like to seal our practice together, you can gently roll over onto your right side, using your right arm as a pillow. Or you can take this moment of transition. When you're ready, you can press yourself up to a seated position, sitting however is comfortable for you. On an inhale, slightly lift your chest. On an exhale, slightly tuck your chin. Inhale, circle sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Thank you so much for coming to this online practice today. Thank you for sharing your beautiful energy. We're all together in this time. It's been my great honor guiding your practice this morning. The light in me sees, respects, and cherishes the divine light in each of you. Namaste. All right, everybody, I'm gonna unmute everybody.
Thank you.
Guys, how are we feeling?
That was great.
Good.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you guys.
Thank you.
I'm missing this, Jake.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was so fun, you guys.
Namaste.
That was the best class ever.
Thank you, Mike. You're the best, man. Appreciate you.
We probably needed it more than ever. Thank you.
We all did. Thank you guys so much. And remember, this link that you guys used to get here, it's always the same link for all of our live stream classes. So think of this as a virtual yoga room that we're all in right now. And if you come here at the right times, which is weekdays, 7 a.m., noon, and 6 p.m., there's going to be a class here for free. Not always me, some other teachers too. So keep coming back. And then on weekends, we do 2 classes a day. 4. So feel free to come back for all of our classes. They're free. Send the link out to others if you'd like them to be here too. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Jake.
Awesome. Thank you, Jake.
Bye.
Keep staying positive. Keep being safe. And taking care of yourself and your family. You guys are rock stars. Seriously.
Thank you. You are too.
Thank you, Jake.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Great to
Namaste.
see you all.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. Have a great day.
Have a good day, everybody.
Bye.